We're now going to use Claude Cowork to prepare our management accounts, and I'm going to give it a folder with lots of different files in it, which I'll talk you through in a moment. So here we are back at Claude Cowork, and again I'm using Opus 4.8, which is the highest model available, and that's the folder with all my files in. I'm simply going to ask Claude Cowork to run the management accounts full pack for November 2025, and you'll see as we go through what the full pack actually includes. So Claude is getting ready now. It's going to find what it needs to do the task, and it's going to look at the relevant skills and references to make sure that it understands everything. Once again, it's building a task list in the top right, and it's using a particular skill called 4-pack. That's because it's going to create 4 different outputs, which we'll see in a minute. This demo is speeded up a little bit, so you can see that it's quickly created 4 documents, and we'll go through those 4 documents. The first is an Excel report. So I like to have an Excel reporting pack based on my transaction list so that I know what's what, and I can interrogate this report and look at different numbers and different tables and tie back my other reports to this so that I know they are all correct. So this has a summary for each cost center and each department and each project. It's the same information that Claude has prepared and presented in different formats. There's also a page with the methodology so that you can see exactly how Claude has created that. Now we're looking at a Word report that is created. So this is a full narrative explaining the results for the period. This could be your finance committee paper or your report to senior management team. So as we scroll through this, you can see it's got the organisational wide results right at the top. You can see it's got plenty of rich narrative, and the more context you give it, the better the analysis it can produce. It can produce visuals such as different types of charts. And a lot of this information is using the budget book that I had in that folder that you saw at the beginning. So payroll information, budget information, and the actuals will return all this rich analysis for you. And these are all created automatically by Claude for you. You can also create iterations of this report. So if you want to change something or add something, you just go back and ask Claude Cowork and it will do it for you. Here, I've asked it to pull out the top 5 things that the senior management team might want to look at. Or I could have asked it for what are the things that the board want to know. Doesn't have to be the top 5, could be the top 10, or just the top 3. Next, it goes through department by department and does cost center reports. You could even ask Claude Cowork to create one individual file for each budget holder, and you could ask it to include the transactions. Whatever you want, you can ask Claude and it will produce it for you. You can give it your branding so that it will produce this in the right colors for you. This is suitable to help you do your forecasts as well. It will calculate what it anticipates the forecast to be based on different rules that you give it. Let's now look at the management accounts presentation. This is something you would most likely do to actually present the report to your finance committee or your senior management team. Again, it's using all the same information, and it's created this whole suite of outputs from one prompt based on one set of inputs. Finally, let's have a look at the next output, which is a management accounts dashboard. It's created this HTML dashboard for me. Again, it's rich in charts and graphs, but you can ask it to add narrative as well if that's what you want. You can choose the colors, you can choose the type of charts you want, and you can even add drill downs so you can drill into these numbers and look at departments or transactions even. This could make for a really good self-service portal for your budget holders. Next, let's look at the directorates. So here we've got the different cost centers. We can just choose a cost center. And if we hover over the bar charts, it tells us what the numbers are. All of this is done automatically by Claude for you. It knows what a good dashboard looks like. Finally, it's got some project analysis. And again, hover on the charts and you can see the information. If you want to change something, just go back and ask Claude.